I'm on the phone with Sharon Sneer, and she is the author of the book, The 12 Levels of Being. And today she is speaking to us about the 12 levels of being and exactly what they are and how we can use them to navigate our way or to, as she says, energetically move through these levels to have a happier life and to understand how we can reconnect with our souls. And I know I'm not doing it any justice. So, Sharon, can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
Sure. You're actually so clear in what you're saying, but I would love to add a little bit to what you said. So, hi, Michelle. Thank you so much for this lovely conversation.
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait. This is so exciting to me, and it is so clear to me, and it is such a clear way of describing what I've heard other people over and over and over try to describe. I believe that people, by listening to this and learning about the 12 levels of being, they'll really be able to help themselves much faster.
I hope so, because that's what it did for me. So you asked me to tell you a little bit about what I do. Well, I wear a number of hats. For the past 25 years, I've worked as a clinical psychotherapist, working with individuals and couples and children who were looking for support and clarity in particular areas of their life. Because initially, I started my life as an early childhood educator, and I worked with children from 3 to 8 for 15 years. And then I started having my own children, and by the time I'd had 3 children, I was starting to feel that going and working with children and coming home to children was a little bit more than I could do. So,
really?
Yeah. And then I had 2 more after that.
Oh, wow. I can imagine that. Okay.
So
what did you decide to do?
Yeah. So then I decided to go to university and study psychology and counseling. And after I did that, I had always been involved since I was about 22 with an approach of psychotherapy called Gestalt therapy. I had met this man, Don Diesbecker, who was a professor at the University of Wollongong down here in Australia. And he had really taught me about very pristine awareness. What is happening now within me? What is happening outside? What's happening that I am interacting with? So I've always loved Gestalt therapy, this humanistic existential way of working with people. And it teaches therapists as well as their clients various methods of awareness through which we appreciate what we're feeling and how we're behaving through our own perception. So we're less interested in interpreting like Freud. We don't ask the question why. Mm-hmm. We are much more interested in explanation, in our awareness of what's happening than explanations and interpretations. They're considered less reliable than what's directly perceived and felt by the individual.
So kind of keeping people in the now.
Keeping people in the now, but recognizing that when you're remembering something here and now, it's a here and now experience. Mm-hmm. And even when you're planning something here and now, it's a here and now experience. So we don't limit those aspects of time, but we don't ask the question, what happened when you were 3 years old when your grandfather said this, that, and the other? We don't normally do that.
Oh, thank God. We can talk, you know what, and this is a topic for another conversation. We can talk about this all day long. But what it sounds like is that you're really about results.
Very much. First of all, awareness. And awareness is about taking responsibility. In Gestalt therapy, we divide that word into 2. We say response, ability. What is your ability to respond to this moment through your awareness? So the goal for clients is to become aware of what they're doing, how they're doing it, and how they can change themselves and at the same time learn how to accept and value themselves. So it's not about you're not good enough the way you are. It's about truly appreciating that who you are right now has been a journey of trial and error, and you are exactly in the right place right now.
That's awesome. I really, really think that's so much of what people need right now, and that leads us really segues into what exactly is the 12 levels of being.
Right.